Hello, this is Michele Knight and welcome to your June monthly. It's a great month full of potential. Yes, we have Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto, and at the end of the month Mars going retrograde. But it kicks off with Venus trine Jupiter and Venus trine Neptune, a grand water trine which plunges us into our emotions, into love, into sensitivity, compassion and deep, deep connection. Venus is entering Leo, giving us all a love boost, and Neptune and Mars are going retrograde, joining Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto. It's time to get into the time travel machine and see where we went wrong and how we can cure our past. Here's your monthly astrology. Sagittarius, this month kicks off with fabulousness and a really emotional and intense time. And you will feel that magic more than most because Venus is trine Jupiter and Jupiter is in your magical mystery zone. Now, you have to be a little bit cautious because you're feeling so emotional and sexy and like overwhelmed with love. It could be overwhelmed for love of a friend, it could be overwhelmed for love in a relationship, or you might suddenly meet someone and go, oh, I know your soul, I recognize you, I see you, and it can knock you for six. But because it's a grand water trine, as emotional as it is, there should be great peaks of wonder and happiness, but definitely you're being plunged in to these very deep feelings, and that actually goes on for the first week. And then Venus opposes Pluto, and you could, these emotions might become too powerful and too strong. Also, it might be that somebody is obsessed with you and it's irritating. If it worries you or they're stalking you, obviously report it and make sure that you're not going too over the top in your attraction to somebody else. Could just be that both of you feel the same way for each other, but it's lacking groundedness. You're just going to probably want to spend the week in bed. So, there's a lot of emotion, intensity, should be good. But, towards the end of the week, it might sort of get too out of control. Because also we have Mercury square Neptune. So nobody's being really direct. People might be telling people what they want to hear. There may be a little bit of manipulation. It may be that you're just being not entirely honest with other people in your family or people around you because you're up to something and you want to keep it secret for a while. But you're definitely feeling a lot of stuff and a lot of emotions are rising up and your heart is opening up and you want to feel things deeply. I mean, for some people, maybe you haven't allowed yourself to feel deeply for a long time and these feelings are coming up and you don't know what to do with them. But it's a message from the universe that, you do deserve that intimacy and that connection with people. So all sorts of intrigue around the beginning of the month. Now, this is a very intense month for you anyway, where your main focus will be on relationships and issues to do with power and money. We have Mercury going into your very deep and intense space. And you may be talking about secrets. Maybe somebody reveals a secret to you. How do you feel about, how powerful do you feel in communicating? How deep do you go in your conversations? How much are you prepared to share? All of these issues are coming up for you. Now, the new moon on the 13th is bringing a brand new cycle to do with your relationships. And you are starting again in some way. If you're in a really good relationship, it's taken to a deeper level. If a relationship's not working, it may be that relationship comes to an end. But it also can indicate, because it's a brand new cycle, new love coming into your life. But it's definitely you're evaluating and transforming and going to the next vibrational level when it comes to your personal friendships and interactions. Also, something surprising might come up, a conversation, because Mercury is sextile Uranus. So lots of things are rising up from the surface, and it's up to you to stand still long enough to analyze what's going on, because there's a great opportunity for you to come into your power. Now, Venus is shifting signs and making you feel much more open and adventurous and confident and very much yourself. So you are bounding around quite happily, sharing what you think and feel, and sort of dazzling people with your ability to be yourself. And if you're not feeling that, the opportunity is to feel that after the 13th. Now, Mercury is trine Jupiter, which obviously is big news for you. All this positive Jupiter energy all month is positive for you. So regardless of any intensity, there's great magic in the air. It's a perfect time to use crystals or put your intentions out into the world, to cosmically order, to start a vision board, because Jupiter is giving you extra magical powers. In fact, other people are going to find you quite spooky because you're going to know what people are thinking. In a conversation, you know what they're going to say next. No one can hide from you this month. The combination of Mercury that sees deeper in the primal zone, trining Jupiter that's in the psychic zone, makes you every bit the wizard, or sorceress, or sorcery this month. It's intense. Mercury is also trine Neptune. There's just magic in the air for you. So use that magic. You know, there are times in our life where we can make things happen and we're in tune with our instincts and with the magic of the universe. And this is one of those months for you. With the sun shifting signs again, you're plunging in to deep conversations, and you're actually quite magnetic. People are finding you very powerful. People are like, oh, you know, who is that charismatic being? And it's time for you to trust your power. If you've spent a lot of your life feeling powerless, then this is the month where you can step into your power in a new way, or at least be prepared to heal and look at why you're not feeling powerful. You have every right to be powerful. Every human on this earth is equal, and you have the same amount of power in your soul as anyone else. Now, Venus is square Jupiter on the 25th, which could cause some communication problems. You may have promised something and then you can't deliver, or vice versa. Don't worry about it. I think everything else is pretty good. The full moon is making you think about money and security. I've mentioned this to you before. I think you found it quite boring. Anyway, the full moon is conjunct Saturn, and Saturn's like, no, you've got to be serious about money and security. So, you know, maybe listen to Father Saturn. Mercury shifts signs on the 29th and lightens up your communication, and you're back to your old self, you know, laughing, joking, exploring, pushing the boundaries and learning. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Hello, wonderful one. Thank you so much for listening. It would be fabulous if you liked, subscribed, or shared. It would be really, really helpful. Also, I have a ton of free stuff for you. Horoscope.co.uk for everything astrology, and michelleknight.com for everything psychic and free tarot reading. See you there.